What up, guys? Welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be discussing another topic that I can't understand, and that's planes. I don't understand planes. I don't understand how people go on planes and aren't afraid. I don't understand anything about planes. I don't understand. I think planes are stupid, and I think planes are proof that maybe, like, maybe we are in a simulation, because how the heck does something just go and then go up? I know planes are designed after birds, but birds, they flap. Planes just, they go and then they ride. Like, it's so stupid. Like, does anyone actually understand how a plane freaking works? Or did we just freaking listen to the Wright brothers and just make that crap up? Maybe more like the wrong freaking brothers. I actually think planes are a scam. I think planes are stupid, and I don't understand. I think we should get rid of them and just replace it with boat travel. I'd feel much safer on a freaking boat. One of my dreams is to travel the world and go see everything, but I don't understand how I'm supposed to get on a plane. And, like, I hate planes. I've been on more than 20 planes in my life. It's quite a bit. Not too many, but I feel terrified each time. Every time I go on a plane, the pilot decides he wants to freaking shake it like a freaking jerk, like a freaking asshole. And I don't understand why he has the need to shake the plane. And people are like, turbulence, it's turbulence, but turbulence doesn't do anything. Turbulence doesn't cause plane crashes. Turbulence doesn't cause. Then what freaking causes plane crashes? The plane just freaking fall? Oh my God. Like, of course, enough turbulence is going to cause a plane crash. Do you not see the wings flap? They're like, the plane wings need to flap up and down. Like, I don't want to see that. I look out the window, I see the freaking plane wing doing that, and I see things shaking, and I see them using tape on the plane. Like, can we freaking use metal or some, like, actual resource to keep me in the air and keep my freaking head on? And I see all these videos of plane engines catching fire. They're like, that's okay, because plane engines can freaking catch fire and it'll be fine. But why is it catching fire? Why is the plane engine catching fire? It pisses me off. I don't understand why we need to stop. We need to stop this. We can't just allow plane engines to be catching fire. And the other freaking times ago, rest in peace to the people, but a freaking plane flew into a freaking helicopter. That's terrifying. How does that happen? There's a lot of plane accidents all the time. Yes. What do I mean, not? Yes. This should not be a thing. People are getting injured and dying due to planes, and it's because we don't understand. You expect me to be all the way up in the clouds and feel freaking safe? Isn't it when we're born, like, our first two fears are, like, loud noises and heights? Can we not be in the sky, please? Like, dude, this is stupid. Why can't we just take boats? Just make boats faster. If a boat crashes, you can swim and people can save you. If a freaking car crashes, then you got the airbags and you can survive, and you can stop the car crash and a boat crash. You can go to the cockpit and, take over. Trains, you can survive. If a freaking plane crashes, you know what happens? Nothing. You just freaking lose. Game over. Because then so dumb. So dumb. They need to add, like, parachutes onto planes, like a big plane parachute or something. They need to fix this. They need to update flying, because they gotta get rid of planes. They gotta, those, like, airplane graveyards. I mean, that term already kind of freaks me out. Airplane freaking graveyard. What are we talking about? Airplane graveyard. I don't want to be on a freaking future grave flying through the air. So stupid. We gotta get rid of planes. Planes I can't handle. I might be going to Taiwan this summer. How am I supposed to get there? I want to take a boat, but I'm gonna have to take a plane. 14-hour plane ride. Is the pilot not gonna get tired? Like, I heard, like, they just go on autopilot, and what's the need for a freaking pilot? And I mean, like, I think I'd feel safer if I flew the plane. Like, what if the pilot just goes crazy and just decides to crash the plane? Like, who's gonna stop him? The co-pilot? What if I'm not a big fan of what if situations, but when it comes to planes, we need what if situations. I need to be the director of planes and all kinds of aircraft. They need to make me, 5K5, the director of these things. Because if I was director of planes, there would be no more freaking plane crashes. There would be no more bad plane things. There'd be no small plane crashes. There'd be no big plane crashes. There'd be no flying into things in midair and all this crazy, crazy stuff that's going on in the world. If I was the director of planes, it would be strict regulations. Strict. Everyone would have a parachute. Everyone would have a jetpack. Planes would have a jetpack. There'd be strict regulations. There'd be no freaking engines catching fire. There would be no wings flapping. There would be no turbulence. There would be none of this freaking crap. It would be serious. All pilots would keep their eyes on the freaking road or the sky, whatever. There'd be no jokes. You would not be allowed to joke on a plane. You would be not allowed to move. You'd be not allowed to talk. You have to be under 150 pounds to be on a plane. That's, how much do I weigh? You'd have to be under 190 or below. I don't trust anyone that weighs more than me on a plane, because that's going to make the plane fall. There's no more luggage allowed on planes. There's no more fun allowed on planes. There's no walking around. There's no bathroom. You sit there and you shut up, and you are ready in case of emergency. You sit there strapped up with a freaking parachute, and you're ready to evacuate. You're ready to stay safe at all times. And the pilot's locked in. There's not going to be a lot of pilots left in the world, because it's going to be the best of the best. If you're going to be a pilot, you're going to sit in the plane, you're going to keep your hand on the freaking thing, and you're going to freaking look at the sky. You're not going to freaking move. There's going to be 10 co-pilots, and you're going to sit there, and you're going to, if there's going to be a little wind, we're going to take a turn. We're not going to fly through turbulence anymore and freaking make the freaking plane crash. No, none of that. No. So that's the point of the video. Make me the director of planes. Make me the guy. And a lot of the world's problems are going to be solved. I should be the director of the world at this point. Anyway, let me in charge. And that's my thoughts. Comment your thoughts down below. Subscribe, like, hit the bell notification. See ya.